Hello everybody, you are watching Vamos. Here's a real passion for the number one game, so if you love football with all your heart, don't wait too long and subscribe. Here we are talking about everything you've been concerned about. Whoa, did you see that flash? There's a new transfer bomb in the sky that went from Spain to England. Have you figured out who the culprit of this apocalypse is? Exactly, RAPHAEL VARANE. RAPHAEL was never called the Real Madrid's legend, and God forbid, he shouldn't be compared to Sergio Ramos in importance. But wait a minute, he's been in the Merengues squad for 10 years. Quite unexpected, right? Over the years, he became a solid player and a stable footballer of a main squad. His bunch with El Matador has been irreplaceable in recent years. But all good things must come to an end, and in the upcoming season we won't see either him or Sergio together on the pitch. Now Varane will defend the colors of Manchester United, trying to bring them to the major titles. Yes, you've heard it right. The gang which is gathering in the red part of Manchester promises to be amazing, and the Mancunians will have all the chances for the championship triumph. But will they be able to achieve cool results with newcomers? Will Varane play with Maguire? And why does he need this challenge at all? We'll talk about that in a few seconds. Are you already anticipating the breakdown of this blast of a transfer? Then just give us a like and subscribe to the channel, as more exciting stories await you. We are to say vamos and start things off. Let's get going! The main reason for Varane's departure is the greed of Florentino Perez. Who didn't leave Real for this reason? The recent examples of Ronaldo and Ramos immediately come to mind. RAPHAEL's contract with Madrid expired in the summer of 2022, and therefore negotiations began on a new one. The Frenchman received 6 million euros a year, had been in Madrid for 10 years, and therefore decided that he deserves a double increase in salary, 12 million euros per year. Perez had enough of his crazy demands and answered shortly and clearly. 7.5 million euros, baby, no more. Of course, Varane and his agent immediately understood where things were going and began to look for options on the site. Manchester United easily fulfilled RAPHAEL's conditions. Moving to Man United is a brand new challenge. Varane won everything in Madrid and gradually began to regress. He definitely needs a change of scenery and a reboot. RAPHAEL understands that and therefore wants to have a new experience at the top level. Playing for Manchester United in the Premier League against the best players in the world is a chance to reach a new level, and that's exactly what he needs to be done. Another reason for leaving: the financial crisis in Real Madrid. As Perez wants to patch holes in Madrid's budget through sales. Is there a demand for Varane and a possibility of making money on his transfer? Why not? Thought Florentino and kept Militao, Nacho, Alaba, Vallejo and Young just in the center of defense. There is another interesting version a few people talk about. We are used to seeing Varane together with Ramos, don't you agree? The fact is that football has a tradition of sorting things out between the leading and trailing centre-back. Van Dijk and Gomez, Diaz and Stones, and so on. We think it's not worth explaining who in the Ramos and Varane pair played the role in the lead. Last season, when Sergio was out of action for a long time due to injury, Rafa had to replace his teammate not only in position, but also in role. As a result, he was clearly not ready for such responsibility. After that, the whole world saw lots of mess in the performances and own goals by the defender. Remember the games against Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League? The Merengues were defeated both times. Varane played in each of them back then. Remember what a nightmare was going on in his position? It seems to us that one of the main reasons for the Frenchman's departure was precisely the move of Ramos. Judge for yourself. The leader of the defense is gone, but Varane himself cannot carry all these on himself. He lacks skill and experience. Therefore, he decided to leave. An interesting version, don't you agree? Why is Manchester United better than Real at the moment for RAPHAEL Varane? We will answer in that way. There are finances and a wholesome project. Manchester United is ready to pay the centre-back as much as he wants. Besides, the Man United project itself is based on the dream of returning to the top of the Premier League, buying all the necessary components during every transfer window. How do you like the ones of Pogba, Maguire, Bruno, Cavani, Sancho, Varane himself, and others? These are direct statements about the ambitions of a true champion. And one more important reason. Varane chose United because the persona of Harry Maguire is playing there in defense. This is a worthy replacement for Sergio Ramos as the leading centre-back. He will ensure and back up Rafa's drawbacks. In general, do everything that Ramos did. Therefore, the choice of Varane seems absolutely logical when it comes to teammates. What about the problems in the club? Well, Real is currently head over heels and it takes time for Los Blancos to get out of that state. Maybe Florentino Perez is still asleep and sees the money from the Super League. Real has almost €1 billion debt, and the Super League with its fabulous income was never started. There are great clouds over Madrid. They have to save some money again. And these tapes of conversations? Ronaldo and Mourinho are abnormal, Casillas and Raúl are frauds. Can you imagine what a rotten relationship between the players and the president was? Obviously, Florentino Perez is not a dream president. Perez also announced to the board of directors that he has no plans to buy new players in summer. Varane knows for sure it is time to leave. Manchester United, with their championship ambitions, is a great option. We think you will agree with that statement. €12 million a year, a 5-year contract and €55 million for a transfer. Quite an expensive bid for Manchester United, isn't it? But who, if not he, can become a worthy partner to Maguire? If the Red Devils have such high aims to win the Premier League and try their best at the Champions League. Lindelof? Bailly? Tunzabe? Don't make us laugh. Former France and Chelsea player Frank Lindelof answered this question gorgeously. Maguire and Varane will be a very good pair of centre-backs, and they will definitely work very well together because Varane has a lot of experience playing in European competitions and at the national team level. We've seen him win many awards, and he can play well for Manchester United. It will be a good contract for Manchester United. Would it be a good contract for Varane if he wants to win something? I'm not sure. Lindelof concluded in a comment to ESPN. We cannot ignore the fact that with the arrival of Varane, Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be able to pay more attention to the attack. If their rare words are securely gripped, it will be easier for them to create chances and proceed forward, and this might be an unbelievable boost for the team as a result. Jurgen Klopp with Robertson and Arnold are the prime examples of that matter. Moreover, the arrival of Jadon Sancho will strengthen the attack of the Devils. Well, isn't it a great purchase? But will Varane be able to play well in England? No doubts, there may be problems with adaptation. The Premier League has a faster-paced game, a complex, busy set of fixtures, less time to rest, and so on. We immediately rule out problems with the language barrier since RAPHAEL has been in top football for a long time and he probably has no issues with English. What about the adaptation to the team? Here we will barely hesitate. If Varane got used to the stellar roster of Galacticos, then in Manchester United it should be even easier for him. RAPHAEL, for a second, is already 28 years old. Nothing will surprise him. At first, it will be difficult for Varane to realize the trophies will now be harder to get. United has a problem with boosts on point, as how much money for transfers has gone down to drain. Alexis Sanchez, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Donny van de Beek, who hardly plays now, and many others. However, Manchester United's transfer fails are a story for a separate issue, but for now we want to hope that Varane will succeed in a new club and will be able to give Solskjaer the reliability in defense that the team was lacking before. We believe that RAPHAEL has enough experience to quickly become the part of the Manchester family and progress in his style of play at the Premier League. Perhaps it was the change of scenery that the star Frenchman lacked for his career to receive that very fresh air that could push him to new limits. What do you think? Will Varane succeed in becoming the Red Devil or still be another expensive flop for Manchester United? Let us know your opinion in the comments below and don't forget to give us a like if you appreciated the video. Well, that is it for today. Vamos channel was with you. Football is our true passion. Subscribe and stay with us. Bye bye!